Thurman starts chasing Charlie while Lee continues to look for the new wearer of the mask. Looking from afar, the girl sees Charlie entering an alley and points the mask at him, which lights up almost instantly. Even though she's disappointed that he's a criminal, Lee decides to take him to Yufu and saves Charlie from being captured by pulling him into the portal. When he finally reaches the other side, the boy is confronted by a trio of children who start talking about how bad he smells. Driving the cart, Lee takes Charlie inside the city gates and shows him the portal key, revealing that once they had crossed over, they ended up on the Asian continent, 4,000 years in the past. After climbing the Stairs of Hope, Lee takes Charlie to Yufu, who is very excited to meet him. After introducing the city, the old king says that they need to protect the Jade Sword and introduces him to his newest allies, the other heroes of the Golden Mask. After the introductions, Yufu says that the city is in danger and that if Kunyi takes the sword, he will be able to travel through space and time, dooming all of existence. Because of the great responsibility, Charlie also asks about benefits, wanting to know what his salary will be and if he will have any rights, but Yufu says he doesn't know anything about it. Since he won't be paid, Charlie refuses the invitation and starts to leave town. While looking for a portal, the boy steals fruit from some shopkeepers, but Zhu manages to get it all back and returns it to the owner, telling him he can't do it anymore. In addition to Zhu, Aesop also goes to the boy and tries to convince him to stay, saying that they need him to save humanity. Even so, Charlie still refuses and throws himself into a boat, but Zuma manages to get him back over the bridge. Zhu takes the opportunity to offer the mask and Charlie asks why he would want a mask painted gold, but Aesop corrects him, saying that the artifacts are solid gold. When he hears about this, the boy immediately changes his mind and says he'll help the people, but Lee says she knows what he's planning and will keep an eye on him, without realizing that Charlie has taken her portal key. Now that they have a new member of the team, the Golden Masked heroes go to Helen, Aesop's mother and the group's official cook, who feeds Charlie spicy tofu. After the unconventional meal, the heroes go to bed and Lee collects everyone's masks and puts them in the magic chest, where they are kept overnight. Before going to sleep, Charlie asks about Kunyi and Aesop tells him that Yufu created the portals to bring brilliant people from other eras to make the holy city even better. Because of these portals, Kunyi managed to invade the place and has been trying to steal the Jade Sword ever since, in order to access the Tree of Life and be able to travel between realms, dominating all civilizations. After the story, Charlie goes to sleep thinking he can wake up whenever he wants, but Lee wakes him up before dawn to start his training. Although the boy wants to learn how to fight, Lee says that first he needs to understand why he was given the mask and tries to teach him how to meditate. During the lessons, Kunyi attacks the city again and they have to skip to the practical part. With a mutant bison, the villain begins to attack the gate, but the heroes in the Golden Mask appear to stop him. Mounted on Zhu, Lee rushes towards the mutant monster and shoots a few arrows at it, but the creature doesn't take any damage and continues to attack them. Frightened, Zhu starts to back away and lets the monster hit the gate with another horn, destroying the hinges. Not knowing what to do, Charlie puts on his mask in an attempt to make it work, but fails miserably. As Kunyi's creature takes another swing at him, the boy sees a red cloth inside the wall and decides to use it to his advantage, running over to the fabric. With the gate about to give way, the other four heroes join forces to try to stop the monster, but it doesn't suffer any damage and manages to enter the city. Now that the way is clear, the giant monster lunges at Lee, who is saved at the last second by Charlie, who uses the red cloth to lure the mutant bull to the gate. As the monster rushes at him, Charlie lets go of the sheet that falls into the beast's eye, blocking its vision and making it run full tilt towards Kunyi. In order not to get hit, the villain turns the wild bull back into a statue, standing in the middle of the road. Seeing the object, Lee says that Charlie must retrieve the statue before Kunyi does, but despite trying, he ends up tripping and falling face first to the ground. Because of this, the intruder manages to take the statue, but Charlie manages to use his powers of telekinesis to steal the object from his hands. Alone against the five, Kunyi sees no option but to retreat, causing Charlie to be hailed as the new hero of the Holy City. To celebrate, Helen prepares a spicy stew for everyone. Taking advantage of his companion's distraction, Charlie tries to take the chest with the masks, but is caught by Helen, who forces him to have dinner with the others. During the meal, Charlie takes the opportunity to get to know his companions better and asks Zhu how many animals he can turn into. Zuma then explains that the powers are based on the Chinese zodiac, but that despite this, he doesn't have the courage to transform into a dragon because he's afraid of heights. Zhu denies it and says he's still improving, but Zuma says he's lying and the two start fighting, only stopping when Helen